Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about The Power of the Now book and the lesson that I took away about who we are, the radiant essence of being. Lesson number 1 that I took away is I was wrong about strength and weakness. I used to thought that being strong, especially as a changed man, and to prove how manly I am, I have to hold everything inside me. No crying, no complaining, because any of that would be showing vulnerability, and people would view me as a weak and not manly enough person. And that was really scary for me. So I never really share how I truly feel, especially on some of the struggle that I go through, because I was scared that other people will react badly to it. But to be honest, what I was scared the most was what they would say about me. But therapy changed that. I started to see that hiding all my emotion wasn't strength, more like it was fear. It was my ego, a defense. And the moment that I start naming how I felt, that was the first time, no matter how scary it was, no matter how my voice was trembling, my hand was shaking, my ear was turning red because I was also embarrassed. But then somehow at that moment, I, for the first time ever, taste real strength, because I realized that it takes more courage to be myself fully, especially when I'm scared that others people won't understand or that they will think I'm weak. And this is why told things the ego have things flip around. It sees vulnerability as a weakness, but actually it was strength. The strength to open your heart and speak it out loud. This is what he called essential invulnerability. Wow, I'm surprised. I barely could pronounce that word. And this kind of strength is not about the armors, it's not about the walls that we put up, but rather it's about tearing down those walls. It's about walking straight into a conversation and really speak a radical truth about how we feel in our heart. And importantly, realizing that it is our strength, not because we will get applause by anyone or even understand by anyone, but because we have the courage to handle it all. Whatever happens, we will take care of ourselves. Yeah. That's all. Speaking of others people, we now move to the second lesson, the myth of choice. Told says that you suffer because you think that people have a choice. But that's a myth, and the truth is they don't. At first, I didn't want to believe that. I could not believe that, because my whole life I've always blamed other people for what they did to me. My enemy did this to me. My friend did this to me. They chose to do that on purpose. They could have acted differently, but they didn't. But Told said, what if they couldn't? What if they weren't there when it was happening? They were not present. They were not conscious. They were just acting out of the pain that was never healed. And this really got me thinking. It could be a possibility. I'm not saying that someone hurts you and you just forgive them. I'm just saying that there is another possibility in the story that we tell ourselves. And this possibility is very new that I've learned from the book, and I'd like to share with you. Because using this, by shifting my mindset to this possibility, it has healed my relationship in a way that I couldn't imagine possible. That is why I'm sharing it with you today. I remember this one time when I found out that my ex-girlfriend was lying to me for 2 years, and it shattered me. And I looked at her and I told her every part of my body hurts. I'm in so much pain, but I knew it wasn't her intention to hurt me. No, that I think she loved me, and she just broke she collapsed into the floor and bawls her eyes out. She was crying so hard and I wasn't sure what's happening. I sat down next to her and she said to me that this was the first time that she felt hurt. She felt like someone really got her, and that I was right. She was never meant to hurt me, and that she loved me greatly. The reason why she did this, because she wanted to gain some control over her life in some way, to feel free in a way that it makes sense to her at that moment. I still feel pain, but something has shifted. In that moment, we weren't so lost in the past or in anger. We were just so fully conscious for once. Yeah, I still remember that moment vividly. That's what I'm learning right now, that sometimes people don't always hurt us because they're cruel. Sometimes they're just confused, trying to survive, trying to be free, or even trying to be healed. This does not make hurting an okay thing to do. It's not. Absolutely not. This gives me something softer than blame. It gives me peace from within. And let us close this up with the last lesson I've learned, that I will carry it in the back of my pocket every day, so I will not forget it. Let me read this to you. This right here is the last sentence in the book. It said, "This rendered the past powerless, and you realize deeply that nothing you ever did or that was ever done to you could touch even the slightest radiant essence of who you are." Nothing. Yeah, so maybe you believe that something happened in the past defined you, or that something else ruined you. Maybe you spend years trying to make up for it, or waiting for an apology, or even trying to be so perfect that it won't happen again to you. I used to hear the phrase that hurts people, but I disagree. I think that hurts people know how to love hurt people. I couldn't explain it back then. Why did I think that way? But now I think I get it. It's because there's something deeper within us, beneath all those wounds that never got damaged. That radiant essence that toads talk about. And that part of me, even when I was wounded, even when I was hurt, still want to protect others, still want to heal, still knew how to love, because that part here was never touched. I started this series not because I had all the answers, but I was hungry for a new way to live. I was tired of chasing, fixing, judging, and pretending to be something that I'm not. Especially overthink everything in my mind. Tired of feeling like I had to be someone, or I have to achieve something to finally be happy. But then I read this book, and now I breathe differently. I feel like I could relax and be me for the first time in a very long time. I remember the other day I was doing this exercise with someone for a class about mindfulness, and she asked, what's the conflict that's on my mind? And it took me like 15 minutes to find a conflict, which is like crazy to me, because before this I was asked the same question 6 months ago when I was first started college, and within 60 seconds I have listed 20 conflicts within 60 seconds. And that was the moment when I realized something in me has changed. Yeah. It's not that my life now turned out the way exactly that I wanted it to be. No, I just accept it. I no longer resist life. I see it as part of life, part of the cycle that I am in. And I welcome it. I have never expected a book, one single book, that would give me the peace that I wasn't even looking for. So if you've watched this far, Thank you so much, and I really mean it. I hope that it helped you the same way that it helped me, or even more. This video is the last in the series, but I don't want it to end with a conclusion. Rather, I'd love for it to end with a beginning. So, may this be the beginning of your journey along with me. May we return to the present moment again and again. May we stop living life constantly waiting for something bad to happen. And may you always remember that nothing you ever done or is ever done to you has ever touched the radiant essence of who you are. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next video. Bye guys. Just in case this is the first time you saw the video in the series, I've made 4 and you can check them out here. I think you'll love it.